In today's episode of Rust and Grease Garage, my new ride gets a new look with new running boards. So as I mentioned, I've got a brand new ride, or at least a new to me ride. It's a 2022 Toyota 4Runner. And for as loaded as this 4Runner is, I feel like it's missing a few things. And one of those things is running boards. So that's what we're going to do today. I want running boards because this vehicle has a real awkward ride height. You kind of have to do a tall step into it. And this Saturday is my nephew's wedding, and I have to drive my mom out across Kansas for this wedding. And with as short as she is, she's not going to be able to get in and out of this vehicle that well. And I don't want to have to bring a stool along to help her get up into it. So I got an email at work today stating that the running boards have been delivered. So I'm going to get home, change clothes, head out to the garage, and we're going to see how far we can get today. All right, well, I just got home. I got the package here. Looks like the running boards arrived. I mean, the box looks fine, so let's open it up and see how they look. Oh my goodness, we got things inside of things here. Okay. Well, near as I can tell, they look nice. They've got kind of a stainless steel chrome accent along the front. All right, well, let me get all of this unboxed and then we'll see you back in a few minutes. All right, so we're underneath the car here. You can kind of see by looking up. We've got the bracket right up here. So this is the front of the vehicle. We've got a bracket here up front. Move my head, there's one here, and then another one right there in the rear, if you can see that. These are actually super loose. I don't think we'll have any issues at all getting this, move a light over so you can see. I don't think we'll have any issue at all getting these bolts out. So let me get these taken out, and then I'll show you what we'll do from there. Throwing bolts. Okay, so the kit comes with these brackets. So essentially these are going to go right where we take that off. So these will go in, bolt in just like so. And they come with new bolts, washers, and a lock nut. So leaving all this there, leaving that bracket there, we're going to bolt this one in. Now I've got a plate in front so I can't see all that well. Now let me see if I can get that kind of started here. Okay. So it's the old bolts were a 12 millimeter. These new ones are a 13. So and it says not to use power tools for installing. So I'm going to hand crank this up here. Make as much noise as I can. Okay, let me take it back up top and I'll kind of show you how this looks. So looking at it, I'll move that light so we're not all blinded here. Kind of looking at it, You can see how it has this, well, okay, I'll have to put this light down, I think, maybe lean it there. It kind of curves out, I don't know if you can see that. But it's like the flat part is here and then it steps off. Does that make sense? Well, anyway, the other two are going to go on just like that, facing that same direction. So I'm going to go on ahead and get those two on off camera, and I'm going to take a look and see if there's any kind of a torque spec on those bolts. If so, I'll go on ahead and get those torqued down for us, and I'll let you know what that is. But otherwise, let me go on ahead and get the other two on, and then I'll get back with you. All right, so I got the brackets on. I lied to you. I went through and started tightening it, and then I'm like, wait a second, I want these to be loose, because on the back side, we have these channels that we need to fit bolts into. So I kept all these on the loose side. We'll go through and tighten them up once we have the rails in. You can see the way these are angled. Now, I got these off of eBay, so you know they're quality. But I'm sure they are. You can see it's got this like rubber flashing. They'll go kind of up top, so when they're on, they'll sit, you know, kind of like that. And then you can move them once we have them installed, whether we want them far back in or out a little more, whatever we want. And we'll also have some play with the front to back motion. So let me get these off. Let me get the next set of hardware so we can get those in and start getting the tracks on here. Okay, so I had to bring out a tray of goodies. So they come with these kind of odd shaped bolts here. I'll move in so if you can see that, kind of elongated. And I flip this over. These will actually slide into the track like so. So I'm going to feed. Hopefully I can get this side in. Might have to remove the this cover here. That's a good point. See these screws. Okay, but basically I'm going to slide these in, get them kind of lined up, and then we'll tip it in and put them down. Yeah, in order to open up this back channel, there's these 3 screws holding on this end cap. I'm going to loosen these. And by loosen, I mean remove. Come on, you. All right, so I'm going to pull that out. Now I can get my washers in here, and I need a total of 3 on one side. So 1, 2, and 3. We already got the 1 on that side, so we'll get these in. 2 and 3. Now I'm going to screw these back in here. Okay, so with these on, I'm going to kind of spread these out. So I'm going to get them loosely into the right position here. Okay. And that's going to be that fun game of trying to line everything up. Lock these in, but this is really about the right length, almost perfect. So I'm just going to kind of center it up. So for me, it's 2 fingers. So I got 2 fingers wide on that side. And I got 2 fingers wide on that side. So now I'm going to go through and get the bolts on. So the pattern it has us doing is we're going to put on a washer, followed by a lock washer, followed by the nut. So let me get these on. I got 6 of them to do. And as far as the front to back goes, I've got it down and all the way back. That's how I'm going to leave it for me. But you put it in however you want. Some of these I can't see all that well because of the angle, so I'm just going to have to use my look with my fingers here. Okay, so now I'm going to just take one more double check that I like the position of the running board. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to just tighten all these bolts down. And then I'm going to double check, and I didn't see any torque specs in the instructions, so I'm going to grab the interwebs and see if I can't find what the torque specs are here. So let me do that and I'll get back with you. Okay, so this is interesting. I looked it up. The torque spec for both the bolts connecting to the running board and the bolts of the bracket connecting up to the body of the vehicle are supposed to be only at 10 foot-pounds. I don't even know if these lock washers will fully seat when I hit 10 foot-pounds, so we'll see. We might just do the old, what is it, the German torque specs? We'll see. I got my torque wrench ready to go. Let's see what we can do here. So far, so good. Gotta be kidding me. All right, well, everything's torqued down on this side, so as it is, I think I'm going to knock the other side out here off camera just because of the other side I've got little to no room to work with, so there won't be much for you to see besides me fitting into a tight spot. So let me get the other side on, and then I think maybe tomorrow we'll wrap it up with the reveal. But I got to tell you, so far, I mean, this one side, shoot, I don't know what time it is, but I mean, I don't even think this side's taken me an hour, and that includes unboxing. This has gone super fast. It's super easy. I saw these on eBay. They were, I forget, like 200 something. They were on sale for like $175. I had sold some stuff, some old car parts and things on eBay. So eBay sends me a coupon for $50 if I spent, so much money. Well, I just applied that $50 gift card to this, and hope that hasn't been in your way this whole time. So I just applied that $50 gift card to these. So, I mean, with sales tax and free shipping, shoot, I paid $135 or something like that for both sides. So, shoot, if they even hold up for a little bit, I mean, that's definitely well worth the money. We'll see. I'm kind of curious about this kind of stainless steel chrome accent. How well is that going to hold up, especially in the winter time? Where I'm at, I mean, I'm here in Kansas City. We don't really have, we're not really in the rust belt. We can get some rust, but not like up north. So usually rust on vehicles isn't a big issue here. So let me knock out the other side. I keep rambling. Let me knock out that other side. And then probably tomorrow we'll do kind of a reveal and you can see how it looks. All right, so afterwards, a couple of things I'll mention here. I got a box of extra parts. Got a couple of extra cap panels, complete with screws. A bag of extra bolts, washers, all of that. And I saved the instructions. So I guess maybe they give you the extra cap panels just in case something happens, you get into an accident. These work on either the front or the back after I examined them. So you get 2 extra in the kit. I mean, I was done with this 2 hours and I stopped to eat dinner in between, and I'm toting a camera around trying to remember to move you and film some stuff. So if you're looking at adding running boards, especially to a 4Runner, oh, do it. This is an absolute beginner modification. You don't need much experience. You didn't need much tools. I needed a 12 millimeter, a 13 millimeter, and a 14 millimeter. Those are the only 3 sockets you need, at least with this kit. Shoot, easy, done. Let's do some shots outside so I can show you what it looks like.